It was before.
Episode 4, Season 2, Episode 4. I'm here with my nerd raiders. Yeah, Mike Santana.
Da, 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 da.
Yes. And France Jerome.
Mow.
Oh my God, no, we're not doing that.
I don't know what that was.
That's
I'm actually disappointed. I thought you were gonna go Bo Jackson Tecmo Super Bowl theme music with it. Since she called us Raiders.
I did. You're a Raiders.
No, man, that's the pro wrestling.
What?
That's not the right one. Rozzy K's spitting in his grave.
God bless. Shout out to Rising K.
Coordinate better in these beginnings.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Although I do never tell you what I'm going to say because that's the fun about it. All right. So let's get right in there. We got a lot to talk about. I'm trying to do it in a tight fashion so our listeners get so excited and they're like, wow, there was so much in that episode and it was only an hour.
Our listeners like when we keep it tight.
Teenagers in Dubai. Anyway. So the first thing we want to talk about is apparently there are some movies that are no longer coming out when we think they're coming out.
None of them. Like that new Matrix.
All the theaters are closed.
They actually canceled all movies. But Dark Phoenix, what's the name of it? Phoenix?
Wow. Like, don't sound like you care. I mean,
I'm just saying, they be pushing back movies all the time.
Yeah, but
and I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know what to do anymore.
These same movies are getting bullied. They're getting pushed back multiple times.
They're getting their lunch money taken.
Yeah, like... But to be fair, okay, we're talking about the New Mutants film and X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
So the thing with both of those films, as most of our listeners might know, one of them features Sansa Stark and the other Arya Stark. And right now, they're busy, filming a little indie project television show they have going. Called what is it? What's it called? What?
Some Ricky Dink
something like how to do with
Throne of Games.
Video music box.
I don't know. Some bullshit crap show that's probably overrated that no one misses.
But my thing is this: if it's not coming out till like Game of Thrones isn't coming out till 2020 or something like that, right?
Hey, no, that's what the fuck.
Who told you that? Biff Tannen?
It's coming out.
I'm just saying.
Next year.
Yeah, okay. That's about to get pushed too.
No! It was already pushed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got movies to make.
No, but the two of them, yeah. So they got pushed back, and a lot of people speculating that maybe it's more than just that. Because the farther you pushing this back, these movies, the closer you're getting to this Disney Fox deal being finalized.
Oh.
Because the estimates for all this being done was like maybe a year and a half since the talk started.
Then let's let it get pushed.
Well, I mean,
good things can only come of this.
Nah, it's too late in the game.
What do you mean?
The movies are already in. They were already done. They were literally done. They were in post, and they went back to do reshoots.
Yeah, like
editing is important. Don't deny about editing.
Agreed. But if it's that far in development, neither brand is gonna want to wait to redo it.
But if you gotta reshoot as much as what I was reading, because it's not like they're telling me. I'm getting this off of
They're adding characters.
They're adding whole characters. In the case of Dark Phoenix, they're filming like the whole ending over $10 million worth of reshoots and shit.
That doesn't seem smart.
That's a lot of money.
They better be able to pull it together. Because that just sounds like unorganized to me.
That's Wakandan pedicure money, though.
Well, I don't want to assume that reshoots are not always bad.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Maybe,
But if you're adding entire characters, that doesn't seem good.
That seems like a different movie. But,
yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing.
No, it could be done in hindsight, but it could be done with... You can do it right. You can reshoot well.
I mean, when it comes to New Mutants, though, I don't know why they wouldn't release it more towards the Halloween season.
When did they push it to?
I think that one in August, and then Dark Phoenix they pushed to February 14th of next
Oh
year.
my
damn.
god!
Yeah, it went from November
Oh
this
my
year
God.
to February 14th. So they could, like, I mean, that's the Black Panther wheelhouse now. The Deadpool, Black Panther. To be fair to Deadpool, because it had the first big February for superhero films. It could be them trying to get back to that wheelhouse, but I mean, we're talking about the X-Men franchise. It doesn't have the same zing to it. They've been profitable. The films have been profitable, but you know, it's. I think they were better off scrapping in November this year if the film was done, than you know, as a love, you know, like February. I don't know.
Yeah, that's whack. I mean, just as a strategy, they should have waited for the November joint to get all that pre-Christmas money.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, you know, there are other Marvel movies coming out.
I was gonna say
In
like
November,
we're
though?
Yeah.
this.
They
I mean,
usually
there's
always have a November movie.
like a million things coming out every year, so it's not like they're gonna lose.
Last year they
no
had
one's
Ragnarok.
losing in this situation.
No one's losing, but no
People
one's
just
losing.
gonna be patient.
Just the fans.
How are we losing? It's gonna get better and better.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that.
But that's two more comic movies that we're taking off the docket though, because this year, you know, was the year of the comic book movie. So that's getting.
I think it's
pushed.
always gonna be the year of comic book movies.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep redefining it with more and more of them coming out.
Yeah, I mean after. Anyway, we'll get into it. So the next thing I want to talk about, this news that came out that Ava DuVernay is gonna be directing a DC movie. So she was on Black Panther, and then was like creative differences, and it was like, you know what? I'm going to DC. I just don't think that's smart.
What do you really think?
But damn.
No, because
Nah, fuck it. That's all they could do is go up.
are you sure?
Nah, you could.
You know how they're
Justice League is
Nicolas
will forever.
Ghost Rider
mar.
exists.
Yeah.
They
God,
can get
it
worse
does.
than they have been.
But
No, I mean DC.
Yeah, they can get worse than they have been.
Justice League is on par with Ghost Rider. Let me be clear.
they can't get worse than
Wow.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, they can because they
I don't know
haven't
if they
quite gotten to Michael Bay territory yet. Where they're
About
taking,
to?
About to. That's my point. It can get worse than it is.
I think people keep holding
It's-
out hope.
It's pretty bad though. But I'm saying it could get worse. She's going over to direct New Mutant. No, not New Mutants. I'm sorry, New Gods.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the Jack Kirby, right? Jack Kirby jump off.
Yeah.
It's a very cool story. It's the equivalent would be like, what if Marvel actually dedicated a movie straight up on those ceiling paintings of Odin and the Nine Realms in his throne room. You know, like the shit that Hela destroys and what they show in the kind of epilogue, whatever prologue. If they actually dedicated a movie to all of that shit.
To the base mythos.
Right.
Oh, that'd be fun. They
So-
probably will. They're like, what are we doing for the next 10 years?
And this
They're gonna
could
do
be a good movie to set up, you know, Darkseid as a villain or as a character.
I thought we already did that.
Not really. No. They've
See,
just been, you know.
You see what you're saying? I know Darkseid came up because I was in
No,
Justice
no.
League.
He came up.
Established as a character.
Right.
He shows up on film.
You see how we have to say that? We're going backwards.
That's
Establish
what
our,
they need to
there was
do.
a whole
No,
movie.
that's what New Gods
There's
is.
2 movies.
That's what they need to do.
New
though.
Gods is the base mythology for like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It literally is like it's like Jurassic Park.
Look, this is so that Ava
It's not like
DuVernay.
Jurassic Park. I just needed something poppy.
It's like Ava DuVernay is gonna get on set, and then it's gonna be creative differences, and she's gonna leave.
That's what you think is going to happen?
How she had creative differences on Black Panther,
Yeah,
Oh,
and then she's gonna go to DC.
She wanted to make it more militant.
but I'm saying like, she has a way she want to tell a story. You think DC is gonna let her do that?
Yes.
Yeah,
How
Yeah,
about we look at it this way instead? All right, I'll be this is the position you fucking got me in, that I'm the one being this guy saying what I'm about to say. Let's look at it in a positive way, like this. I didn't see A Wrinkle in Time. From what I've read, reviews and stuff like that, some people say visually it was cool. Script was struggling. Like the script was very weak.
Yeah.
But not necessarily was the movie a poor reflection of Ava DuVernay's ability to direct. It's just that the script was really bad. That's what I heard. Mm-hmm. I could be completely wrong.
I mean,
my thing is that she they gave her a budget with a lot of visual effects. Did she handle those well? I don't know.
Yeah, the visual effects were
well,
great.
okay. I mean, this is
and
good.
New Gods is gonna be it's Jack Kirby, so the visuals need to be spectacular. She can do that, and let's hope that the movie looks good.
Well, okay. That's
all I got.
Yeah. Well, this is a good segue because I did want to talk about A Wrinkle in Time. It was. I mean, I talked about drink with my coworkers, and I'm just saying. Every time I say coworkers, people should drink. So
where are these drinks that you're promising?
Our listeners bring drinks. BYOB. Okay. But we were talking about it, and my coworker was like, you know what? I don't know if Ava DuVernay can do fantasy. Every movie she's done has been grounded in reality. Like Selma, 13th, like all these things are about real things, either docudramas or documentaries, and she does them really well. Uh-huh. But she was like, I don't know if she has the eye for fantasy films, because like Wrinkle in Time was not good. Yeah, I don't know if it's an exact bad reflection of her directing, but like directing can do wonders for a bad script. You know, if the actors know exactly what to do. And I'm not dogging on her. I love her. She's like amazing. It was a beautiful film. It didn't make any sense to me. I didn't know what was going on half the time. And that's like a big part.
Well, I don't know. I just, it's hard for me to get excited about DC films right now.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to get excited about it because I really still don't have an idea of what their vision is for anything anymore.
Exactly.
It's different with Marvel. There are very few hiccups for me to look at, try to figure out where they're trying to aim at or go.
Right. In Marvel, you can tell it's like, oh, not every Marvel movie is a really good movie. Like Avengers 2, you were like, but you weren't like, man, they just can't get it right. You're just like, oh, that one wasn't that good.
Right.
Let's wait for the next one.
But I'm saying, even the worst Marvel movie, which is probably Thor 2.
Why does everyone hate Thor 2?
Because it was really bad.
I hated Thor 1.
The villain was forgettable as fuck.
Everybody had a bad time. The people who made the film had a bad time. They said it all over here.
It had
had a bad time.
It had moments that were good. Like, when the mom was Renee Russo.
Yeah, Freya.
When Freya was putting in some work.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
And the scene with Loki dying and then he wasn't dead. That was cool.
I loved that.
Yeah, and the Thor's interaction with Loki in that movie was good.
I liked the idea of the Dark Elves, though.
Yeah, but they never really, I guess, delivered.
But they never delivered Malekith to his potential.
Nah.
And then Christopher Eccleston had a terrible time playing Malekith. Blah, blah, blah. Damn. No dice.
Right. But what I'm saying is, even that movie, though, I can't say I hated it. I can't say...
Right.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
I didn't waste my time.
No, I'd watch Thor 2 again before I watched, fucking Suicide Squad. Because the only reason that I would watch Suicide Squad is to, skip the 2 or 3 parts, and then the rest of it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally don't care. Batman v Superman, I'll never watch that movie again.
Yeah,
unless
I have
it's
no
the director's
desire.
cut, which, to be fair, I
heard
to see.
I haven't seen it either, but I did hear people were like, it's like a different movie.
I haven't seen it either. I'd be down to watch that once.
We gotta watch the director's cut of Black Panther.
4
That's
hours.
What we gotta do.
4 hours.
It's like Lord of the Rings.
What if 2 of those hours is Forrest Whitaker's Shuri?
I'm sorry.
Reading the Constitution of Wakanda.
Oh God, the Black Panther.
The Blick.
I was like, Blick, you getting art supplies?
Blick.
Sorry.
Yo, that was a deep cut.
If you're in New York, you know what Blick is.
There's artists all over that know what Blick is.
Yeah.
You know what Blick is?
It's like a moderate cut.
They know what Bic is. That's a deep cut. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on that note, though, this is a good segue. What? To Francis making faces.
No, let's let our listeners in on this. When we record, when we travel up to our studio, at my house
in upstate,
4A Studios.
All right, we gotta name the studio.
We do.
When we record, we're usually in my house, and I put on 4K, like random 4K videos on my TV to just play on mute as like white noise, visual white noise.
Visual white noise.
For us to, while we're recording, just to
have something going.
To have something going on.
I wish it would be different if, like, we had an audience and it'd be like, oh, hey,
you.
Hey, guys.
Hey, all of Aisha's co-workers.
Oh, my course.
Drink.
How the fuck are you guys doing? No, but, we sometimes have that. And just now, the two of these two, they had a little, oh, look at that moment when we should, So there you go. We've let you in on that in.
Well, yeah, I mean, we usually do videos that are like just water flowing.
Nature. We like nature 4K.
But we were like, you know what? Let's be bold. And like 20 different videos. And they were literally all really intense images of animals.
Yep.
Like 4K tigers and hippos. And you're like, baboon butts.
Yes.
So,
there you
sorry.
go.
It was more distracting than anything.
Yeah. These are things that you need to know.
You should know, because you're like, why do their voices sound like weird?
Just a little wrinkle in time for you.
Woo! Wrinkle in... We tested. Okay, so, Black Panther. It made over $2 billion. Has it made $3 billion
No,
yet?
First of all, it didn't make over $2 billion.
It did?
No.
I was all like, yeah, we did it.
No.
We're making trillions out here.
No. We's a lot of people.
It was a lot of people.
It was. No, it became domestically the highest grossing superhero film of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah,
the champ is here.
It passed Avengers for that mark, and right now
past Beauty and the Beast. That's all I care about.
Did it?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Oh man, if it hadn't, I would have been like podcast over.
That's for all time box office worldwide. Yeah, it passed Beauty and the Beast. It still has, in terms of superhero movies, Avengers 2 and Avengers 1 are still ahead of it.
Wait, what?
1.4, 1.5, respectively.
Like worldwide,
yeah.
Oh.
The two superhero movies ahead of Black Panther right now
are
still Avengers 2 and
Avengers 1.
Wait, did it pass Iron Man 3 too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it passed Iron Man 3. I remember my friend.
Yeah, because Iron Man 3 was up there as well in the top 14.
Which I was like, really?
It hit it made like $170 million.
But after Iron Man 2, people were like, yeah, Iron Man 3. Like, really? Were we?
It's not that. It's just Iron Man 3 was like the beginning of Phase 3.
Had it been a while since a movie had come out?
It was the beginning of Phase 2.
It probably was like.
It was.
I haven't had one in so long.
Yeah, people were
clamoring.
Mm-hmm.
Chomping at the bit.
And it's a 3. It's a trilogy.
True. You're like, this might be the last.
Yeah, sometimes a movie hits, it lands at a good spot. And Iron Man 3 certainly did that.
Well, we all should go see Black Panther just one more time so we can beat out Avengers 1 and 2.
It might, it's going to be in theaters for a while. I mean, this past weekend, it made like 13 or 14 million.
This weekend?
Something like that. Maybe even 18. And then the number one movie was that was the new movie that just came out this weekend. Oh, Pacific Rim.
Oh,
Pacific Rim made like 28, some shit like that.
I heard it's actually good.
So for its 6th week to still almost make 20 mil.
That's crazy.
That's not
6
bad.
weeks?
Yeah, so it's not bad. So
a long time.
It's possible that it'll still be in a bunch of theaters, and if Marvel's smart, they'll do a double feature. Black Panther going into Infinity War. I know AMC has that crazy ass 31-hour fucking marathon with all the films.
So like every. Are there bathroom breaks? Like, what is the deal with this?
Yeah, they have breaks and shit. Yeah.
But you have to get a ticket for all of them. You're there to see all movies.
You get a ticket for all of them. Yes.
All the movies from the past 10 years.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's 18 films.
How do you spend 31 hours in a room?
In a movie theater. Who's doing this?
Well, when do you
The
sleep?
AMC ones doing
Is it the one on 42nd? Or like multiple ones are doing it?
I think multiple ones. But I'm saying if they're smart, they'll do at least a little double feature.
Right.
In some places because
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I think they'll be smart.
Little lead in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does this fare with the Infinity War pre-sales?
What, the Black Panther?
Yeah, the Black Panther pre-sales and these pre-sales.
Oh, I mean, Infinity War pre-sales already beat out Black Panther's record.
It beat it already.
Shit on it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
In 2 hours.
Yeah.
What?
But that makes sense.
That makes
though.
perfect
So
sense.
it's sold out already, basically.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was sold out fucking like day after.
We got tickets. We're
I
part
know.
of that.
Good.
We're part of that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I remember when Black Panther happened, I was like, oh, dang.
We bought
I
7
should buy
fucking
tickets.
like, we bought 7.
I was like, we should buy tickets. And then I was like looking at the seats disappearing in my face.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on? Yeah. I mean, that was for Black Panther, so I was like, I don't know. All of a sudden, Infinity War is happening. You're like,
Yeah. But it makes sense. I mean, 10 years.
yeah.
This is like arguably the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah.
So this movie's going to make more money than Black Panther?
Are you fucking
Yes.
kidding me?
I'm just saying.
It
I
better.
mean, Black Panther,
Like,
I mean,
I
of all
love-
time.
This is a slim possibility, slim that it doesn't. But that is
I'll
so.
take you on that bet. Right
That is
the
so
Oh
slim.
my
It's
God.
virtually paper thin.
I will take you on that.
The only because the
Well,
reason
man,
Black
I'll
Panther,
bet you now.
the reason Black Panther, outside of being a good film, made the money it made
Yeah.
was off the event value, the repeat of
Right.
Black people going back, seeing it again
Right.
and again and again and again.
Right.
I was like, motherfuckers tried to do that.
Right.
Infinity War is not going to have to try
Right.
at all. People are going to go. The question is, but are people going to be that?
dressed up.
Is that fervor going
Right.
to be that real to come back 4 or 5 times?
This is the thing.
Ah.
Like, let's think
I'll
of
probably see it twice, even though I've still
Avengers. How many times did we go see Avengers in the theaters?
The first
2 or
one?
3?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, it was like 2 or
Probably
3.
twice.
Me and you saw it at least twice together.
Yeah.
Me and you?
No, me and France.
Yeah.
I think we at one point we went just me and him.
I think I
For
went with my
Avengers.
mom and my sister too.
But my point is, like, we did that for Avengers because that was the first of its kind, and we were hyped for that. You gotta think about this. All the hype, every reason people had to go see Black Panther is included in why people want to go see Infinity War. Every reason you had to go see any of the MCU films
Ever.
are all wrapped up in this movie too.
Like, what you want? You want Ant-Man? Boom.
Boom.
What you want? You want?
You a Hank Pym apologist? Boom, we got you.
God.
Like, it's
You like
in there.
M'Baku?
Oh, boom. Yeah. You okay?
Are you done?
Yeah. So, like, and they're smart. Like, they have Wakanda is gonna, in some way, at least plot wise, I don't know how much time is gonna take up in the film, but it's going to play a significant role. So, like, a lot of folks who maybe Black Panther, we talked about this, that was their first
Yeah.
like MCU movie.
They hype.
They're like, oh shit, oh, there's gonna be more of this right there.
That's
okay,
true.
and they might
5 weeks. Let's go.
right, and they might go there like and watch Infinity War for that, for more Black Panther characters and what have you. So it's no surprise. It's no surprise. I'm rooting for Infinity War because of all the effort it's taken to build up to this.
Right.
I'm rooting for it to, we all hope it's a good movie, right? But I'm also hoping that it gets as much support because of how much fucking effort has gone into doing this.
Calendars.
Yeah. Everyone's going. Obviously it's already sold out. My question is, are people dressing up for real? Like, should I dress up as like Valkyrie? Like, what should I do? You can be anybody you want.
This is a 10-year
Everybody's
movie.
in it.
Yeah, it's a 10-year movie. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Now you go deep cut.
Exciting.
You got Thunderbolt Ross
Yeah, hey,
coming through as the
Hey.
General Ross.
nah, going as what's his name? Abomination. Who played him?
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Nah, I'm gonna go as
Tim
Bruce Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teacher.
There you go.
Oh my god.
With the breathing exercise guy. I'm gonna go there as fucking. I'm gonna hold like a Budapest. I'm gonna just have a passport to Budapest.
What do you guys think about the newest trailer that came out?
For Infinity War?
Infinity War. It was long.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm watching a portion of the movie. And then I thought that Thanos was crushing Thor's head. And you're like, I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
I want this movie to be about Thanos.
Obviously it is.
Like I want the movie's main focus should be to get us to care about Thanos as a character.
Care about him? Like we're not just gonna hate him?
The Russo brothers were like, yo, keep it there. Like, just kept it super really real. They were like, everyone else in this movie is a foil. Is not a foil. They said they are a supporting character to Thanos.
That's what I'm with. Because Thanos is an awesome character.
70 fucking characters and one main character.
Thanos is an awesome character. And a lot of my friends that ask me about him, that ask me about Thanos,
mm-hmm.
they all ask, like, this is the most common question they ask me. They go, but like without the Infinity Gauntlet, it's still
what can he do?
It's still gonna take all
what
of them.
Can he
that's
do?
that's like Al. Shout out to Al. He asked me this maybe once a month. He's like, no, but for real.
It's
without
true.
the Infinity Gauntlet,
yeah,
it
like
still takes all of them. I'm like,
all of them.
I'm like, yeah.
He's a galactic level problem.
Yeah.
Where did he even come from? You know?
Titan.
The planet Titan.
Yeah.
Are there other ones like him?
There were.
He killed them?
There was.
There were. Huh?
There
so
was
he
a
killed
planet.
them?
It used to be a planet.
Kill is such a
He
vanilla
murdered
term.
Yes.
them?
I mean,
What's the word for galactic genocide? Like, how you...
How do I put this?
Planeticide. Galacticide.
That sounds like something you put on cuts.
Thanos is the biggest problem by leaps and by bounds, and then by tall buildings, and then by the planes you think are birds. Okay, that they faced.
Everything you see, everything you've ever seen in the MCU exists in a fish tank.
Yeah.
Thanos is the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah. Pour the fish tank in the ocean.
You like Silver Surfer, right? You like Silver Surfer?
Yeah, I didn't get to see him that much.
No, but I mean, you know, you like the idea of some
He seems
guy,
like a good bad guy.
Yeah, Thanos beats that motherfucker up barefisted
every time.
Yeah, for free.
Do they just like to hang out? They spar together? No.
I'm just saying, like, he goes up to the high school quarterback off jump and beats the shit out of him in front of his girlfriend and his mom's.
What? This is a real story?
Then he sits on his grandmother's lap on her little scooter and drives away with her. Takes her SSI check. Pays his own rent with it. Yo, he's a bastard. That's another thing too.
Yeah,
there's gonna be some fun moments though. It looks like there's gonna be a flashback where we get to see Gamora as a baby.
He would beat you over the head with like a duffel bag full of bananas because you're allergic to it.
Oh. I was like, why? That seems like a weird thing to do.
No, because he finds out what like
you
hate. Yeah, he finds out what you hate or what your weakness is. He doesn't just get kryptonite. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't just find your kryptonite.
He will find a way to liquefy said kryptonite and inject it into your favorite food.
Right.
Okay.
On your birthday.
I'm confused at what this man's job is.
Death. His job is death.
And he enjoys it.
Isn't he just going to be alone?
No, because his goal is to court.
No, I know, but like
as a person.
As long as him and death.
But it's just gonna be alone. Everyone's gonna be dead.
As long as him and death. Yeah. As long as it's him and death.
But death don't
Marvel,
care.
Death is personified.
But death never cares. I just mean in general. Why would she care? Just because you kill people? She's like, you make my job hard.
Because he's the MVP. He puts up the biggest numbers.
Whatever.
She's like, she's looking at the board. She's like, all right, Ronan,
she could do for herself. She fine.
Ronan the accuser. He's taking out 5 planets. All right, good job, Ronan. Here's your jersey getting hung up.
No.
Thanos taking out. Ooh.
She's not
6
playing a
alternate
Deadpool.
realities.
The whole thing.
Bae.
Well, anyway, we'll see. I don't even think she's in the movie, so it will be hard to see why he's doing what he's doing. But I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll hopefully we figure it out. I'm very excited.
Well, we'll see. That'll be our next episode. It's coming out in like 3 weeks.
Which Avenger would it hurt you the most to see cry helplessly?
Cry?
Yeah.
But we know who's gonna die.
Which? No, we don't. Which Avenger?
Captain America's gonna die.
Stop it.
Spider-Man's gonna die.
But you're not answering my question.
Iron Man's gonna die.
You're not answering my question.
Who? See them cry.
Which character would it hurt you the most to see crying helplessly because Thanos is punching people too hard?
What? But Vision is gonna cry. He's gonna die.
Okay, you are not answering my question because you're too enraptured by this narrative.
No, I don't know what that is.
I know you don't know.
No, I'm trying to think about who I care if they're crying. Because if everyone's dying, who cares if they're crying? Everybody's dead!
Okay, which character would it surprise you the most to see crying helplessly?
Is
War
what
Machine.
Tessa Thompson in it?
War Machine.
He doesn't even have legs.
I've seen a lot of shit in my life.
Is Tessa Thompson in it? That would be sad.
You know, she could be.
Yeah, it hasn't been revealed.
Groot. I don't want to see Groot cry.
Damn, I wasn't even thinking about him.
I don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
Groot or Rocket. That's it.
I
He
don't
cried
want to.
enough. Rocket cried enough last movie.
But he was like drunk crying and stuff.
No, not at the end. Not at Yondu's. Not at Yondu's.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same.
Not at Yondu's. You know what I mean?
If like Groot is crying, I'll be real sad because he's like a teenager.
I'm standing. We're all standing in a circle.
Like a bunch of jackasses.
Anyways, all right. So enough of Infinity War. We'll have plenty of time to talk. Next, we're talking about some anime news. Nanime news. Sorry, I just thought about like trying to say it. Mananime news. We
just lost all the weeaboos.
The who?
You don't know what a weeaboo is?
What's a weeaboo?
You got some homework.
Is it anime?
It has to do with anime. Sure.
I don't watch anime.
Get the fuck what? I'm telling Black Nerd.
I already told them I don't watch anime. I watch specific shows
that are anime. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I'm not like ooh anime. Like France will watch anime, and I'll be looking at it like I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what you are right now. This is not just denial. What are you talking about?
Like, what is the Gundam show you watch?
00.
The Gundam show? Is you call it the Gundam show? What is that? The Gundam show you watch?
The one.
It's like Dick Van Dyke.
The one that has the hilarious translations.
I'm
They're like, "Fuck your mom, Bill," and you're like, "Good God."
I'm watching.
Wait, what Gundam you
I'm
watching?
Gundam 00.
Double D? What?
Maybe like all of the translations are so rude. Like so rude.
They're pretty short.
To be fair, a lot of the translations are like that.
I was trying hard not to laugh. They're like, "Oh yeah, because he left my mom to die," and you're like, "What the hell?"
They do go from 0
He
to
wanted
100.
my mom to die, Bill.
Who is
Everybody
Bill?
named Bill in the whole shit.
Bill is really fucked up.
He is.
He doesn't seem
I
to
don't
care.
know.
We're not gonna talk about 00 because the name's crazy in that.
Double D.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Are you about to?"
GunDam.
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 And that's my point. I don't know those things.
No, shut up.
Oh,
First,
come on.
no.
You watch mad anime. You could talk about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and the original and the other one right now.
And
Yeah.
Death
I
Note.
Oh.
love Death Note.
That's the most anime since anime came out.
Exactly.
I thought Food Wars was the most anime.
No.
Although it's up there.
No.
It's
Like,
so animated they animate
when you
some
start
shit.
watching anime where the food starts fucking each other, then you know.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Hold you over the sink.
Well, there's news to talk about. One, since we already said Food Wars, there's Food Wars. What, season 4?
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Season 3.
No, we haven't. No,
Season 4.
4's coming out.
Yeah.
I know.
Damn. think
that's the name of the episode. That's it.
Jean-Claude GunDam. I think that's the one right there.
Sometimes I'm like, remember that. I'm like, it's recorded. Anyways.
Did you just note to self during our podcast?
I was just like, sometimes I think about it. I'm like, I should remember that. They're like, wait a minute, it's recorded. It's good. It's good. So wait, tell me the news. Food Wars 4. That's hard to say.
That's
Food Wars season 4.
Season 4.
The fourth plate.
The fourth plate. The 4 stars. Yeah, it's coming out soon. I think in like a month or two. It's season 4 should be dropping.
But there's other sad news.
What do you mean? What?
With Dragon Balls.
Wait. Let's talk about what's starting before we get to that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
God damn. April, I think 7th is the season 3 for My Hero Academia.
Which I have. Okay, which one is that one? That's the one people are superheroes?
Yeah, that they'll have.
And then the boy, he doesn't have powers. Or he's not a, what do they call them?
Quirks.
Oh, I was like, he's not a special? That's not a...
No, he doesn't have a quirk. He's quirkless.
He's quirkless.
Yes.
I feel like, is that a translation problem too?
No. It's the word is quirk.
Called.
It's quirk.
Okay.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a quirk. But season 3 is starting to that. And for like the anime only fans, like, no spoilers. But this season is going to be about 25, 26 episodes. That's been confirmed.
Of My Hero Academia?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be 2 arcs similar to season 2 was.
How many seasons are there?
And I'm telling you right now, the second arc of this season is going to go down in all your legendaries.
How do you know this?
Because I read the manga.
Oh.
So like, it will be up there. I've been waiting for a while for this.
Oh my life.
Yup, to be animated and.
Woo. Well, they better follow it. Do they follow it pretty well?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the manga and the anime are the same?
Yeah, well, the anime is strong on its own. They've shown some extra stuff in it, but the mangaka Horikoshi has been very hands-on with a lot of, like, there's 2 manga, really. One's called Vigilantes. That he, does, and then there's also My Hero, and then there's a My Hero movie coming out, which he did shit for. He's very, very hands-on with all this stuff. He's brilliant. Like, I'm gonna just say he is brilliant, and I'm very happy that this story is seeing success. He's very talented, and he's very, very good at taking like the tropes that people are used to from other anime and even Western comics. He's very big fan of Western comics, and really making them his own. He's very good at doing that. He sets you up with expectations, and he just completely does things that are very creative. He's very fast becoming one of my favorites.
I could kind of tell that because Frank's trying to get me into anime. See? He made me watch the first episode of My Hero Academia.
Since you've watched so much of it.
Failing.
I watched the first episode and I could tell how much like it has a lot of influences from many different walks of the world that makes it exciting to like know what happens next. I didn't watch the next episode, but I will. It seems like there's a lot of seasons though. Like I gotta catch up.
It's a shonen. So like if you're a fan of Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, those kind of stories, Bleach, it's in that vein.
Then I don't know. Those ones are so long.
Right, and those are not necessarily your favorite types of anime stories, which is fine. But I'm just saying that if you're a fan of those and you still haven't watched it, please do. Attack on Titan, we've mentioned this before. That's supposed to drop this summer.
Alright.
And then,
don't get your hopes up.
And I think a week or 2 ago...
It's going to drop this summer 2021.
Yeah, this is my last bit of anime news until we get to Dragon Ball. A week or 2 ago, I think they mentioned that in September, we should be getting some news for One Punch Man season 2.
See, he started me watching that one too.
Yeah, and so hopefully that will get some of that soon as well. Yeah.
He had a dream and it wasn't real.
See, that's deep into that season. You watched One Punch Man.
No, I only watched 2 episodes.
Like the second episode.
When he dreams?
He had one dream.
Really, that's the second episode?
Yeah, that was so sad. He was like, I haven't felt this way before, and then he woke up like, just kidding.
I think you should watch One Punch though.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Like, if you're gonna watch any of those like that, because that one is a satire, really.
Yeah. It was kind of nasty when you ripped the eye out of that crab.
Oh, that's nothing.
Ugh.
That's nothing.
Well, anyways, tell us the last bit of sad news.
Oh, yeah, so, Dragon Ball Super ended this past weekend. Episode 131.
This is the end of an era.
It's an end, yeah, because I mean, fans waited for 15 years.
Good God.
For new Dragon Ball stories to be told in an anime or manga, and we got it. And Super was not like awesome in the sense that it was like not all the story arcs were equal, but it had really good moments. And I think it was just really cool to see that even after all that time, they could come back and give us 131 more episodes.
Oh my God.
And a movie. A movie's coming out, animated movie.
Did they go out screaming?
No, they went out. They went out trying to put a bow tie on a gift.
What?
They tried, they went out trying
to tie it all up.
Yeah, and it was kind of.
Sometimes people really try to do that and they don't do it well. Like did it the best. Parks and Rec. Sorry. Anytime I think about someone trying to tie a bow on the end of a series, I was thinking about that. They did great.
For every time you compliment Parks and Rec's ending, you also say a silent fuck you to Futurama, which had because 3
Futurama
great endings.
But then they keep fucking that up by coming back.
No, but I'm saying, even though you may not like when they come back, you like the fact that they did come back.
Because they go out.
Because, they go out with these finales that are, like, all amazing.
That's true, and then you're like, just stop, though.
Just hopefully we get more Dragon Ball in the near future. I doubt it's going to end there. But the movie's coming soon, later on this year, and, hopefully they'll be announcing whatever the next anime of Dragon Ball is before any of us are gone.
Oh. Well, I'll try to catch up. Gundam.
You guys can gauge how sincere that declaration was on your own.
I am. I'm going to keep watching this Gundam thing. The translations.
I don't think you should, because the story you're making up sounds...
That's
very fully developed.
It's really fun. It's like watching those old kung fu flicks where like the words don't match up with their lips, and you're like, what are they saying?
Speaking of that, Badlands season 3 is coming soon.
Oh yeah, apparently. Which I didn't see 1 and 2.
Badlands. I mean, I need to finish season 2 myself.
People like it.
I just like how that guy says Clippers. Like me, to this day, me and Christian. We don't have to have a conversation. Just one of us has to say the word Clippers. Like that. And that's it. We're done. Like,
I gotta get back into it.
The Clippers.
There's just a lot to get into. But speaking of Netflix...
As long as I have my Clippers.
It sounds like a old 90s villain.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's your favorite, DeGray Scott, playing... Who's like a Scotsman playing like a country dude.
Oh my God.
It's so random.
It was... Badlands is so fucking random.
Maybe that's why it's hard to be like, oh man, I gotta watch the next episode. Because it's just so random.
Badlands is its own fan fiction. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the only show that is... It's fan fiction, the show.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's Kung Fu, the legend continued in fan fiction crayon. I agree. That's what it is.
Well, okay, on Netflix, we're going to move on to our Easter eggs and actor notes section. So, Jessica Jones. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't finished it. Still got 2 episodes, really. But I also... What happened?
Do you even want to finish?
Yeah,
Trinity had sex a lot.
She had a lot of sex and useless. Why am I watching this?
Well, in case with spoilers.
Oh yeah, I mean we haven't said that in so long, but I guess
nothing's
it's important.
Been worth spoiling,
especially not this.
It's not even is it spoilers? You could still go watch it if you want to, but will you want to?
I mean,
Will you?
I watched this whole season with my nephew Ruffin on Xbox Live, Like we in sync started each episode on Netflix. We did, and we marathoned the whole thing in 2 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot. I had to, like, we stopped and you were like, oh, you gotta finish it, and I was like, do I?
We did it. He enjoyed it a lot more than I did. All I could think while I was watching is, remember when they used clever lighting tricks to indicate a narrative, dramatic element?
Yeah.
Right.
Remember when the PI did PI things and solved cases? Remember when the sex and alcohol addicted, struggling with her trauma woman
was real?
Yeah.
It meant something.
Yeah. Remember when she did that?
See,
kept doing it.
That's how I feel like there's so many things, and I was like talking about this. It's just there's so many storylines that are happening in one show that one, you're like, I don't know what any of these are, and two, I don't know if I care about any of them. And it was like, what happened to season 1?
Trish had a fiance from nowhere.
Oh my god, out of nowhere.
And then where did he go?
He
went to nowhere.
Aleppo.
They showed a video of him in like
Syria.
He had one moment of intrigue where he seemingly was like stealing a story or information.
Oh, is that what that was? You don't even know like
which
what's
led
really going
to
on.
What?
A proposal.
No.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but
he was getting information so he could be like, we're gonna surprise her.
But then to nothing.
Yeah. And
Is
then
she
was
allergic
like,
to
no.
shellfish? That's what he was looking up.
But at the same time, I feel like, okay, the episode really turned into, like, from where I am now, I know I only have, like, 1 episode or 2 episodes left, seemed to be about Trish.
A lot of Trish, a lot of Malcolm.
But for no reason. I'm like, why are we following you at all?
They kept dick teasing Trish turning into, was it Hellcat?
Hellcat, yeah.
They kept dick teasing that, and they'll keep dick teasing it to the very end, where you're like, oh, okay, she will become Hellcat.
Okay.
But
that's
like,
supposed to be like exciting. See, that's how you feel about the whole season. Let's sum it up.
It could have been exciting. Well, I mean, the best episode by far was the episode where Kilgrave shows up again. It's also the only episode where they used the lighting coloration thing.
I'll be honest, that was the one episode I was like, oh, it kind of feels like old, like, not old, but, past season or like season 1. Yeah. I was like, the story is going in some linear fashion. I'm not saying stories have to be linear, but I feel like they experimented too much with story directions in this one that I was like, I wish I just had the linear thing.
Here's my problem. They try to Wakanda her building and the people that live in it. I don't care about them that much.
Oh my god, that's super. I was like, what?
Like, they tried to prop her up.
You mean Senor Sancocho, who's like
every
Latino put together?
Yeah, go ahead. Give your shout outs to your boys who came up with that.
Oh my, shout out to Frank. Shout out to Frankie. He's like, 1 minute he's making ropa vieja, and he's like, Mexicans don't make ropa vieja. Or Peruvians, for that matter.
They were just like, oh, let's make him Latino. All Latino.
All of them.
He's Latinx.
Yes.
That's his hero name.
But I also just I don't like the love story at all in any way, shape, or form.
You said love?
Because, like, that's what they're trying to do. The whole thing with Luke Cage made sense. It was like...
Malcolm had more love for them tender hoes than
oh my God.
They seemed that.
And what was that about? There's just so much...
I like my favorite moments were Kilgrave when he showed up the back and forth with him and Jessica.
Yeah.
And, like, Malcolm when he was being slick and utilizing the things he learned from Jessica.
Yeah.
Like, remember when he hugged the girl in the college campus?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so sad.
That was cold-blooded. And that was... Yeah.
And then he never saw her again.
Yeah. But getting back to, like, narrative threads that lead to nothing... The season starts with Jerry's the lawyer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where her finding out she's sick.
She got like ALS.
She has ALS, which is similar to like the story with Defenders with Sigourney Weaver's character, where she finds out she's sick. Okay, cool. So Jerry finds out she's sick. She is depressed. And she's being self-destructive. Hires a bunch of hookers. There's a bunch of blow off of them and all this shit.
In like 1 day.
Right. And then she meets this, she gets this witness, trusts her, gets betrayed. I'm going to say this. She gets her revenge on them. And it goes right back to exactly who we knew her as at the end of season 1.
What?
You know, a cold-hearted, doesn't trust anybody lawyer.
Oh, so why did we do any of this?
I don't know. It was stupid. There was no reason to go on that journey.
Yeah, when she came home and her like place was ransacked, I was like, ha!
I'm like, none of this shit is insured. There was no, and that's the other thing. There was no indication that she had any emotional ties to anything in that place.
Yeah, I was like, did you own things? I don't know.
Right, it wasn't like there were family photos or my mom gave me this. Or
they
this
showed
is
her
my
like
dad's.
jewelry box taken. I was like, you can buy more.
You can,
it seems like
all of that. You're a lawyer. All of this is insured 3 times over. You're
like,
fine.
I don't think you actually care. And like, I thought it was dumb that she started sleeping with that girl anyway. I was like, where's this coming from?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, you're like, oh yeah, I like you now after I wanted you to get the hell out of my house. But
and
let's celebrate.
You're a thief and a junkie.
Yeah. Have some champagne.
But you're looking at me, so...
Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah.
Champagne?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. And like, everyone with a vagina can hate me if you want. But every episode was directed by a lady. I'm not saying that's bad. That's great. But you could tell the energy of the show was what it was with women directing. And I'm not saying that means all the bad parts were because of the ladies, as everyone's going to say, but you could feel the energy shift. And the same thing I'm thinking with Wrinkle in Time. There's all these things that like women are getting to do now, and it's like awesome, and there's all this like, you know, representation and stuff, which is double-sided. One, I'm like, now we're critiquing it, and I can be like, oh, I didn't really like that. And everyone's like, see what happens when we give women things? Man, it sucks. But at the same time, women get to do a bunch of things, and then they can also just be normal. Men make shitty shit all the time. And you can be like, that shit sucked. And it wasn't because he was a man, it just sucked. So that's how I feel about it. It's like 2 sides where I'm like, wow, all women did this thing. And it also isn't good.
That's cool.
We can make bad shit too, so
The weakness of Jessica Jones season 2 is in that there were so many directors that the pacing was all over the place.
All over.
The character emphasis was all over the place. The writing was all over. It's different from episode to episode sometimes.
Yeah.
And
but I feel like that works for some series. I forget.
Not this one.
No, not this one. Especially when it's like, is a PI. You're like solving crimes and shit. And I think it really hurt the storyline too that it was like so all over the place. Because then what happened with her mom and everything, they were making decisions that I didn't think Jessica would do.
I was rooting for her mom to be shot or run over in almost every scene. She was
you didn't like her?
fucking annoying.
She was annoying.
Like, I get that they wanted to show she was unstable, but they kept making, like, that point was fucking made.
Yeah, they really liked to
and they
run
kept,
things
like,
into the ground.
I get that she was, like, really angry, but come on. Like,
I mean, I didn't mind the mom as much as I minded Trish. Trish was like, let me figure out how to ruin everything you've been working on.
Trish was on her asthma pump flow.
Oh my god. And then when she gave it to Malcolm, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why is this happening?
That was a killable offense. If Trish got killed off right after that, I'd have been
I would
okay.
be like, well, that's what you get. Like, she's like, just take it. First of all, he got in a bar fight. The man wasn't stabbed in his liver. You'll heal faster. Yeah, I'm gonna take some Tylenol and go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm saying, it was fine. It was OD.
It was way too much.
I mean, young Trish played by old Trish in the club bathroom about to blow that guy.
That was terrible.
You know,
it was different views.
Can I just get Jessica Jones solving some crimes, using her creativity and her resourcefulness? She was babysitting her mom this entire season.
I feel like it would have been more emotional if they had kept her like she was in season 1.
Well, here you go. I'm sorry you didn't watch it. You're too deep in the pool now. Fuck it. So they end up going to fucking Playland, her and her mom. Okay, after 3 days of driving, they end up getting to fucking Playland, and they go on the goddamn Ferris wheel.
Is this real?
Not Ride Playland. She's talking about the place where you're talking about with the...
No, they go to Ride Playland.
Oh, shit.
Which is the thing to paint the picture. Remember the picture that they
I remember it being...
It's Ride Playland.
Alright.
They go to
Why do they
Playland
go there?
Because that's where they have moments, memories, and bullshit.
I don't have time.
They go to fucking Playland, They get on a Ferris wheel. He's talking with her mom, and then her mom gets shot in the back of the fucking head.
Frank Castle.
Oh, the
Trish
Asian
shoots
guy?
her with a pistol from like, I don't know, 80 yards. It's no
You're
angle.
already upsetting
Shoots her in
me.
the fucking head, and she kills the mom. Okay? And Jessica looks over and sees that it was Trish that did it.
And now they hate each other?
Well, they beefing because it's like, you shouldn't have killed my moms.
You should definitely
Why
kill Trish's
did
mom
you-
now, though.
Right.
Why did you kill my mom?
Well, I mean,
Trish wants to beat Jessica so bad. Like, she wants to beat Howard.
Which I felt
Like-
was so stupid.
well, the mom has killed a bunch of people, and then when the mom goes to the hospital room to kill Trish,
Yeah.
the cops show up. You know, the black lady detective and the guy
Oh,
ally,
yeah,
the
yeah.
ally detective.
Mm-hmm.
The mom grabs the black lady,
Sunday.
yeah, and Sunday, and like basically falls out of the window with her, like
Oh my God.
with her,
Has a bullet shield.
yeah, and dies, and like the black lady dies, the detective.
That is messed up.
Yeah,
Why
so-
are they killing all these black ladies?
That's
What's the
another
deal?
thing that Ruffin agreed with me. Like in
Kill
this
all the black
season, it was like, damn, if you were black, you were gonna get
You're
hurt.
gonna get hurt?
You were
Except
gonna
Turk
get
Barrett, baby.
yeah. This is the one time Turk didn't get hurt.
Was he even in it when
He
in
was.
it for a second,
He's
yeah.
in it for one scene.
See, I don't even like remember.
I forgot who
But I
goes
remember
up to
I
him.
remember seeing it. I'm not up to it yet.
You're almost up to it.
I forgot who talks to him.
Jerry.
Oh,
Right,
that
right,
makes
Jerry.
sense.
Yeah,
That
because
makes
she
sense.
needs the gat.
Oh my god.
That's
What?
right.
How is I only have 2 episodes left and there's all this
That's the problem. Like
Madness.
all this
This is
happens in those
madness.
last 2
Yeah.
episodes.
complete madness.
Yeah, and then the one last thing is Malcolm. You know, he finally gets he quits.
Yeah, I saw that when he was like, I quit. And I was
And
like,
then-
oh, okay.
And then what he
She
does,
was a dick.
yeah, and then he goes and works for the Asian
Old
guy.
Price?
Yeah, he goes to work
Oh
for Price.
my god! That's the best thing that's happened.
And they work for Jerry.
Oh!
Yeah.
Right, because he was working for Jerry.
Like he helps Jerry get full control of the firm because
Oh, that's why he does that during the gay bar.
right in the
Oh,
gay
right,
bar
yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
the information
yeah,
about
yeah.
the other lady, and then
Right,
he uses both.
right.
Jerry uses both the infos on her offshore accounts, and this guy being gay but not wanting to tell anybody.
Right.
Which I'm just shaking my head at that one, but whatever.
Yeah, I was like, why is this happening?
Uses that, and then Jerry gets full control of everything.
But is the Asian
I
guy
love
also
New
an
York.
assassin?
I
Or is he
mean,
just like a bounty hunter?
nah, he was in the military forces and shit, but he got no shot. My man had
Yeah.
no shot.
I was like, you had a clear shot. You missed several times.
Several times.
He grazed Jessica.
Yeah, like, and they didn't even think you were there. Like, they weren't expecting to be shot. Like, you should have killed them.
Yeah. Like, that was kind of whack.
That would have made more. Not that I would want her mom to die right in there. I think I wanted some more information. But if she had died there, I'd have been like, oh, that makes sense.
Listen.
Trish killing her? I don't have time for this.
You know who was likable? The doctor who
the
fell in love with
doctor
the mom.
who killed himself?
Yeah, he was
The fuck
more.
was that?
He was more likable.
He
what
was.
his name in
Wasn't it
Battlestar
Carl?
Galactica?
He was in. Oh no. He was in
Definitely
Battlestar
wasn't
Galactica.
Bill.
His name is. telling you. Let my mother die, Bill.
But he had like a Bob Ross, hey, it's all cool, guys. Vibe.
No, I did like
going
him.
Until he blew himself
I don't know.
up.
Everybody wanted him to go to, and that was the other thing. Everybody wanted everyone to go to jail or die. And I was like, this makes no sense, Jessica. Just because your mom killed some people, you gonna put her in jail? This just wouldn't happen. I just don't think she would act like that. Like, she's pretty ruthless. Not saying that she wants to, like, disobey the law or whatever, but, like...
She didn't want her mom to go to the raft, which they mentioned that at least.
Yeah.
But
you should put her ass in the raft, though.
Yeah,
What is
definitely.
the raft anyway?
That's where they
Civil
put,
War.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
That's where she belongs.
See, I don't even connect things when the season is bad.
Well, that's okay because Jessica Jones didn't connect shit with the Defenders, or there were no ramifications.
Nothing.
Building. They brought down a building.
They
Yeah,
did.
and they took down the hand. You know,
And did she talk about it at all?
it wasn't mentioned once. And you know
She
what
didn't
else?
say Matt's name at all.
Luke
Right.
Cage wasn't mentioned once.
Not once.
Not even once.
I feel like they were trying
Not even
to.
a-
I just feel like they were trying really hard in this
What
one.
happened to your bed?
Every moment was about.
Right? Want some coffee?
That's what I'm saying. Every moment was about, like, they had to punch you in the face with, like, some lady stuff. So, like, when the girl was like, no, because, like the woman's, like, homeless, right? And they're like, what she had to do to protect herself. You don't know what it's like being a woman on the streets.
There were a lot of moments like that.
Okay. And then, like, in the background of the, like, images or whatever, it was like, fight like a woman. I was like, okay.
Like, what was cool about season 1...
She's got super strength.
What was cool about season 1 is that, you know, Jessica Jones was not helpless in the way that sometimes women are portrayed in stories like this. Yeah. She was very much empowered, but she dealt with the trauma and overcame it from Kilgrave. Like, that was an interesting dynamic for her and to show growth as a character. This season, they got all caught up in this whole I'm not a killer thing, which is played the fuck out. Played out. Like, once Superman snapped Zod's neck...
The game has changed. The paradigm has changed.
The paradigm changed because people, you know, Hollywood don't want to make quality stories like that no more.
But also, like, Jessica, you've been killing people. You've been killing people. I'm not saying, like, even outside of what Kilgrave got her to do, like, your punches, you do not know if those people are ever getting up again. Don't lie to yourself.
This is true. I'm not legit don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It was just played out like that, and they stretched that shit.
They really did.
For this whole season, like, I'm not a killer.
I'm not a killer.
You know?
You're a killer. I'm putting you in jail. And then, like, Trish being like, she's a killer. I'm like, you don't even know
like,
what's happening.
Point of what Kilgrave did to her shouldn't be her struggling with, you know, being a killer.
Right.
It should be, you know...
Mind control.
Right. I don't want people to control me. I want to make my own choices. I want to make my own decisions.
Right.
That's what it should be. But they simplified it to the stupid ass, I'm not a killer shit. Yeah. And then the thing is, all right, Jessica, you're not a killer. You don't want to be seen as a killer. Sure. You feel very strongly about that. Your mom fucking is a killer.
She is a killer.
And you keep protecting her. Like, it was stupid. It made no sense. It made no sense.
So we all agree that was the thing that happened. It didn't make sense.
It wasn't Defenders and it wasn't Iron Fist, but this is my third least favorite of the Netflix Marvel series.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
Weak.
We're going to move on because there's something else that I don't know if I'm excited about, but everyone else seems to be. Captain Marvel? Yeah?
I love... That's all you give us. You just... You're going to say 2 words. Captain
and Marvel. Well, okay, so apparently there's some other characters. Yeah. There's some other characters in the movie that are making it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah. Because remember, it takes place in the 90s. It's going to take place in the 90s.
Takes place in the 90s?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that why Captain Marvel is not buff?
What?
She's not buff.
No, that's because they cast Brie Larson.
Exactly.
Yeah. They should have cast Emily Blunt. I know that France wants Katie Sackhoff, but they should have cast Emily Blunt.
I would have watched Emily Blunt do that.
What?
I would have watched Emily Blunt.
I know Emily Blunt was the truth in was it Edge of Tomorrow or whatever it is. Like that was cool, but that was also 4 years ago.
So have you seen her husband?
Emily Blunt?
Have you seen Jim?
John Krasinski.
Yeah.
My man Jim has been actor.
Yeah.
Still, that's not her.
But she could do it. Yeah, she could do it. She would train till she got real. Yeah. I mean, that's what she did. That other one, Live, Die, Repeat.
I don't know, man. I just even if it's an unknown, I'd rather.
Well, Brie Larson was coming off of that Oscar thing, so...
She was. This is her Oscar movie. No?
Yeah, this is true.
Basically.
It's her cash-in. Who knows? Maybe she'll surprise and do well. But I would have preferred Emily Blunt.
I don't think she's going to do bad.
Emily Blunt was... she was in the running to play Black Widow back in
that would have been kind of weird, no?
Why you say
that?
Her
face... she doesn't... She wouldn't visually fit in. But,
What?
Yes, she would not visually fit in.
What do you mean?
She doesn't look Russian.
That too.
She British. She can play anything.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. You got Scarlett? Oh, really? You vouching for Scarlett Johansson right now?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I am not vouching for Scarlett Johansson.
Timestamp this shit.
I'm just saying, maybe not Emily Blunt.
Scarlett Johansson, somehow visually fits.
Yeah. It's her now. I've come to terms with it.
Joss Whedon would agree with you, France.
And all the money shots.
Yep, with those low rising camera shots, he will agree with you. But anyway, the point is, it takes place in the 90s. So because of that, they confirmed a couple of characters from the Marvel Universe, beloved some and others there. Nick Fury's gonna be in the film, and he'll have by that time period both eyes.
Both eyes, yeah.
What?
Coulson, we're gonna see in his prime maybe Coulson.
Hey, Field Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
His name is Agent.
All right. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna see him. We're also gonna see some Kree motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get Jaimin Hansu's character from Guardians, the Pursuer.
Yeah.
And that's who he is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we're also gonna bring back Lee Pace as Ronan the Accuser.
So, wow. So this is like, before they were famous.
Right.
Because it's the 90s.
Right. Before.
Yeah, this will be part of the war that put Ronan into exile.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, this will be part of that.
Okay.
So there's some chances here for those two to flex. And
the story sounds interesting. I'll be excited about that.
Well, we don't know much about the story except, those.
I mean, but if those people are in it, I feel like it's going to be like a real... I didn't realize it was in the 90s. So now I'm like, oh, we're doing a flashback.
What I'm wondering is...
She'll be buff later.
Right. Well, what I'm wondering is Marvel's been spending so much time with the Kree in these movies, and we have like the main Kree characters now.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to spend just as much time with Skrulls. Are we going to get main Skrulls, or are they just all going to be fodder? Because there are some important Skrulls in the Marvel storyline. Like there's Super Skrull, there's the Skrull Queen, there's maybe two or three others that are really important at some point, but they're not just all nameless, faceless. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hope they do, because there's cool stories with it. What are they? The Skrulls?
Well, the Skrulls are some of the key to some of the best comic book stories
Marvel's
done so far.
Cool.
Secret Invasions, really.
Yeah.
Which has seeds in the 60s,
Maybe they'll do
70s.
that in S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't been watching S.H.I.E.L.D., so I don't know where we've gone. But
Don't worry.
Don't at all. I haven't either, but
Don't worry.
I'm about to go to Tumblr for that.
Well, I'll read the Cliff Notes.
France needs a scholarship to study at Tumblr. Kickstarter link in the description.
Well, while we're on the theme of movies that are coming out, what? Shazam!
Oh, shit.
Did I change?
Did I change?
Yeah, now you're a 10-year-old little girl.
No, I want to be the bigger one. Oh, because I'm old. I'd have to be the young one.
Wow. This is going a lot of places really fast.
You know what's crazy? I don't even have to hand you the shovel. I just gotta drive you to the graveyard. You do all the work yourself.
I thought I would become a big, strong, if I Shazammed. Well, anyways.
Well, we can't all be Emily Blunt.
God damn it!
Exactly.
God damn.
So we saw the images for the Shazam.
Yeah, we looked at the
coming
set
out.
photos.
I mean, I'm not excited. I'll just flat out say that. It looks corny.
I think it's supposed to, though.
I think my bad. See, I thought they were going for comedy. I think maybe they're going for campy. They're going for campiness.
Like on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 10-year-old
He's a kid who gets to run around strong as Superman.
Yeah, it's a kid who gets bestowed these broken ass powers. But at the end of the day, he's still a fucking kid.
He's
so
a smite box.
Yeah, that's
so.
Why,
but he gets to be. Is it for kids? Then you think?
The
logo looks like it's for kids. It looks like Freakazoid.
It does.
I love Freakazoid.
Yeah, but we got Deadpool for that.
That's true.
Deadpool is our Freakazoid.
Freakazoid, Deadpool 2.
Yeah. But no, I don't know who the movie is gonna be aimed at, because they did get what's his name to play the villain.
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong.
Yeah, I like him.
Mark Strong ain't for the kids.
Nah, you see,
if he's in it, somebody's gonna bleed. Yeah, somebody's gonna bleed.
He had a messed up eye in the face.
He will murder children at some point in this story.
He's great. He's great as a villain and not as a villain. Because when he's in Kingsman, I really liked him.
Why do you you're the one that always mentions that damn movie.
The first one was amazing.
Yeah, the first one.
It's just sad.
But you're the one that keeps picking at that scab.
But if I say it out loud, maybe it'll get better.
And you say that all the time, too. And it just hurts more and more and more.
Well, he was great in that movie.
Until he blew up
And then he exploded.
Behind some ferns.
For no... You know why he exploded?
Oh, I forgot about that. God.
You know why he exploded? He got into Shazam. He had to go.
No. No.
He had conflicts.
No.
I'd be like, no. Unless he's a she gotta have it.
No
What?
to all of you, no. Yo, we didn't even fucking talk about Donald Glover.
That's what's happening next. We can move on.
We should move on now because Shazam, like lightning.
Yeah, Shazam! And now I'm back to a 31-year-old.
It's a thing.
And now I'm a 31-year-old. Just...
Yep.
There you go.
I feel better about my choices now.
No, I got older and now... Anyway. So, in the realm of Deadpool 2, yay, it's coming. Donald Glover and his brother, right? Steven Glover were writing the animated Deadpool that was going to happen on FX.
I think it's FXX.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then they were like, nope, creative differences. We're not doing that.
Well,
So they said.
FXX was
FXX.
like, yeah.
So it's going to Netflix.
Well, I mean,
Hulu took it.
Nah.
Well, either way, they said, well, I guess leaks said, they got the emails that Donald Glover just was too busy. And that's why they didn't do it.
And then Twitter said.
Yeah. And then Donald Glover Twitter was like, oh yeah, here's a script I wrote in 10 minutes. Literally.
Dropping wild black jokes. He's got a gap full of petty. He was shooting reckless.
Yeah. He was like, maybe they canceled it because of racism. This is Deadpool talking, by the way, in the script that Donald Glover wrote.
I'm going to post all 15 pages of the script in the group page.
Yes.
This week. I'll do it, well, the week that we're recording this. I'm gonna definitely do that because Donald tweeted.
He's a genius.
He tweeted in response to those rumors that it wasn't just creative differences that led to FX and FXX, its affiliate.
FXXX.
Yeah.
No, that's a different FX.
For them pulling out. And saying that they were no longer, gonna do this. He responded immediately to the notion that it was because he's too busy. He does have his hand in a lot of cookie jars right now. He's gonna go on tour, which he said he wouldn't do. He might do another album that's been rumored.
Good Lord.
He has Atlanta season 2, which is still going strong right now. He has the Han Solo movie, which is still about to come out, and he's gonna be involved in press for that.
He's like the most famous black person right now.
He was the most famous black person.
Awarded most famous black person.
He was in terms of young Hollywood, the hottest commodity, young black person who wasn't in Black Panther. He's like...
But he was behind the scenes.
That's true. That's right.
So he was there.
All right, so I take that the fuck back. But yeah, so he wrote this 15-page satirical script of the DK, what would have been the Deadpool finale. It is rife with the latest meme humor from like 2 days ago. Like, so he wrote this.
The last white rhino.
Right. He wrote this, with that tweet saying, for the record, I wasn't too busy to write for that.
Yeah.
I wasn't too busy.
I wasn't too busy. I just wrote this on a napkin at a McDonald's.
Right. And it was
pretty much.
It was pretty damn funny. Funny, very layered, indicative of his genius and his ability to tap into, modern culture, what's going on right now. It's topical, because he touches on many different, things
many
in the
things.
news. Yeah.
Bitcoin.
And he gets at everybody. He gets at everybody in it, so it's satirical, but it's also serving a point.
He gets at other rappers. Like, when it's Deadpool talking, I'm like, you could tell, like, I would imagine Donald Glover's under the mask.
Like, it was still irrevocably Deadpool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was still off kilter. He broke the fourth wall a few times.
Yeah.
It was pretty dope, actually. Strangely dope for a 10-minute freestyle that he wrote.
We're saying 10 minutes only because,
Yeah. But your boy, he really just did that off the top of his head and it was pretty dope.
That's what, like, You always like to just be doing the thing you like, where it's like, oh yeah, you gonna say that at me? Like battle rappers, they're just like, oh yeah, and they come back with like, you know,
These are facts.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's ready in their heads to just do.
Yeah, he might have invented a new form of battling.
Exactly.
Battle
scripts.
Yeah, he script cucked them.
He script cucked them.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Shut up! Here's an episode."
You cucked my battle script.
That'll be a description of this episode.
GunDam it, Bill. You cucked my battle script. Tagline.
I'm done. Turn this the fuck
Fuck all your expectations.
God.
Contrary to rumors, I did have time to put that tagline together.
Exactly. Yo, shout out to Donald Glover. I feel like I'll give a shout out to him like every episode.
Almost.
He's just everywhere. He's just
I don't
everywhere.
fucks with him.
He's
just
everywhere.
for Gambino.
Next episode, let's talk about Atlanta, and then we can shout him out right.
And Simba.
Oh yeah.
And Prowler.
And Lando.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's all I
God.
Troy.
Listen, Donald. We're gonna meet one day, and you're gonna cast me in one of your things. You're gonna be like, man, I'm so glad we met. This is awesome. I'm like, yeah, and then maybe we'll write together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll jump in the air like that, like yeah, and freeze. Yeah.
So I heard he's gonna write the anime for Pacific Rim, and he needs a voice actress. And so
see, I knew this would happen. I was like, watch me get into things that I hate, like these like the rom-com.
But damn, I said he's doing it.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not saying.
Hate it.
But that's the thing. I don't hate anime. I just don't watch anime.
It watches you.
Well,
It watches.
that happened.
It does. Well, that's it for this episode. We're gonna come back to you next week with Atlanta Faux Show.
Word.
You hear that? Next week? Alright, cool, bet.
I mean, it'll be next week for them.
Oh,
When are they listening?
They don't know when the next week is.
You know, we have like 11 subscribers on YouTube.
Y'all need to step the fuck up.
Start telling people to subscribe more.
I mean,
I thought that was great.
I know we need to keep promises, but y'all need to step the fuck up.
Yeah, tell a friend. We're on YouTube now.
Lie.
We're on YouTube.
Cheat. Steal. Bribe.
You can listen while you work.
Listen
while you work.
That's great.